Kyler Murray dices it up. Great pass, great location of the football. Back shoulder.
Boy, Cephas, he just beats Ty Smith right off the line. A little stutter and go. And look at this ball placement.
You know, sometimes you can be so critical of NFL players and you go over every small little detail. Go out to the park.
Now let's go down and see the end of this route. It's just a wheel route right there on the outside with A.J. Terrell. And he's able to get by him, and just the momentum.
The opposing team's best wide receiver here against James Washington. This perfect press technique. You see him turn back into the ball.
Nice catch on strong hands here. No doubt. And decent coverage right there. But the ability to go up.
He makes a play like that, I'm going to be impressed. But here's the guy that impresses me the most. He's a Pro Bowler in 2018, the best coverage grade on Cleveland.
On 5 yards then, obviously. But I tell you what, there will be some hand fight between 14 and well, I mean.
Calm, so cool. They blitz. Guy right in his face. He stands in there like no one is coming.
32 yards. And Mike Evans on the outside comes up, gets over top. Right there you can see him working against A.J. Terrell. Again, it's
It's great recognition from Tannehill, and he sees the blitzing linebackers coming from the left. You see Okwara, he overruns it. And
why Kirk Cousins kind of pumped that ball, but this is why he was getting kind of held up by DeVille.
In cover 3, the safety take the cross or the corner, replaces. Kyler Murray throwing it up, giving them a chance.
They're shortening that distance. And then Mike Evans on the outside. You're right, Kevin.
I like it. One-on-one, no help against the best receiver Washington has.
By Antoine Winfield Jr. because he's going all the way across on that sail route. He comes down a little bit like he's a little bit shallow.
Route by Justin Jefferson, but even more impressive for them to just throw the ball down the field on a young corner. This is what you got to.
Man coverage. DeAndre Hopkins on the rookie. You got to be thinking deep ball. He's physical with him. They could have threw a flag.
Harrison Smith does a really good job. He's playing with vision. Now this is a safety on a receiver.
Can't do it better than that. Even with the little push-off there from Gerald Everett, you get your one-on-ones.
This is a two-man route, and he's just going to stair-step the defender, Chris Jones, who's in for Cameron Dantzler, as you just alluded to. And you get the ball to Allen Robinson.
To get that quick slant to Dez Bryant. There's a shake at the line of scrimmage and tight coverage.
And they're going to look at this one, Brandon.
Let's see against Patrick Peterson, Alshon Jeffrey, who had a touchdown.
Justin Jefferson is, if you give him a chance, you put the ball up, he will usually come down with the ball.
Sorts this one out.
Well, it's a penalty, but you take the cap.
Last 3 with that cap injury, but this is one of the best cornerbacks in all of football. He really is. Understands exactly where he is, get that head around so you don't get the call.
Keep an eye on Marlon Humphrey.
He's had a little hitch in his giddy-up the whole game, but here he tries to throw that hand around and punch the ball out. And
she's going to go inside, but then he's going to get vertical, go right up that stem again. You don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to break in? Is he going to break out? Is he going to keep going?
This is an excellent throw. It's just your standard comeback. You try and push it up the field like it's a go route, and then it's timed. You're going to throw it.
Boy, that's tough right here. Devontae Bosby digs right up there, man-to-man. Little stutter go, right? Second time we've seen that. The first time.
Ruled him out of bounds. He's had a terrific game. There's one.
Oh.
That second foot looks in, and this would be a booth review, and they should review it.
To take his eyes off of Antonio Brown. You saw right there, he started to drift in a little bit, like he was supposed to take the man in motion. As soon as he...
Robinson does a great job of finding some open space, coming back to his quarterback. But Mitchell Trubisky...
He gets caught up. This is a quarters coverage. That means it's 4 deep.
Allowing Terry McLaurin to beat this one-on-one. As you go bunch, there's no way for...
Look at that. Can't see. No doubt. Wow. Oh, man. Keith, that's his 121st career score.
Larry Fitzgerald doing what he does, making an impossible catch.
This is a tough route to cover, and Oruwariye is...
If you think about all that he's gone through, his release from the Cowboys, a team that he loved, then he goes to the New Orleans Saints, he tears his Achilles. Here's a man who is passionate about playing football, just wanted another chance, wants to be out on the field.
It's a punting situation for San Francisco.
Well, give credit to Ayuk for breaking this up. He turns into the defensive back. Otherwise, it would have been intercepted.
Just watch him tiptoe on the boundary. Question is that... Well, it's really close. It looks like he's in bounds, though.
Good for 18.
Yeah, this is a good route on his part, and Trayvon Mullen, he's
slow for a first down.
Well, there they are outside. You see the off coverage again, little double moving. I mean, that one I'll give you.
Now and goes in motion. You see Trayvon Mullen. He goes thinking he's going to run that shallow crosser, and then he comes half. How soft the coverage was. This time they're inside out on Guyton and Guyton out. That they still were able to complete, but he's sitting on that route, that inside breaking route. So now they come right back with it, and they just run him right by.
Get the outside all the way across the football field. You're on the inside hash, and you're trying to throw the out-breaking route. Look at Wallace just read it right there. How about Stephon Diggs on the hands? Look at him come back to the football right here, and then just stab those out outside his body. It's going to be in a cover two. That's a whole shot. Drew Lock takes a whole shot. Look at him, and he just keeps his feet moving. Gets that
executed. Watch what he does to Sean Murphy Bunting here. He loses track of him. By the time he realizes that, it's too late. Matt Ryan has already got the ball in the air.
Vernon Hargraves has T.Y. Hilton in man-to-man coverage. Watch how Rivers brings T.Y. Hilton all the way back down the stem. Good throw, low and away.
Ball field to Diggs. I mean, he is putting on a show. Study, he knows exactly what's coming right now. They've only had 3 completions to wide receivers. Watch him. He sees Drew Lock. He reads the eyes. He breaks.
Deep corner route here. Nice throw by Teddy Bridgewater. Safety dropping down, turning the corner.
2nd and 10.
And you think it's going to just get by, maybe a big play, but
just releases and just knowing where he wants that leverage. He's got inside leverage. The cornerback has inside leverage. That's Will Parks. Look at him set him up to the outside.
By Jair Alexander, like you said, trying to get Robbie Anderson involved. Little double move, stutter and go. Nice job squeezing him to the sideline, and the ball get him out here in a one-on-one situation. Little stick to the outside. He's got that quickness. Good throw out in front to allow for the
really good coverage from Eric Murray, but just doesn't do a good enough job getting his head turned back around to find the football, and that's a great effort by...
It's out where it needs to be. It's a touchdown. It's a walk-in. Game over.
Look at the man-to-man coverage inside. You see the cushion that Pascal gives him. A little double move there from Pascal. Looks like he's going to head to the corner. Terrific throw by Deshaun Watson. And a great catch by Brandon Cooks on the bound.
Look at this wide receiving core, whether it's Brown or Corey Davis, the ability to make the tough catch.
Points if you're going to stay in this football game, and just an in route there. You think that there's maybe a little gap on the backside, but Amos again, nice job playing the football. Getting that left arm in there, knocking away at the last second.
A little bit further. Here he is right here. Watch as the #1 receiver, Calvin Ridley, comes up. You think he's going to carry him, but he passes him on to the safety.
On in Tampa Bay with a gain of 20.
And one of the things you want to be careful of is just that man-to-man coverage.
To give him to that, it looks like, I mean, the ball barely touches the ground, but he's got control of that, and that's a heck of a catch. Really nice assist up front from Jack Crawford. He puts the pressure on Daniel, and talked about Byard.
You know, I asked Doug Marrone about it. He said, yeah, he's starting to flash. He's showing some of the things that we saw.
Here's the other, right there.
Right there. It's so close, and you can't overturn that when I know we're so accustomed to seeing some of that rubber.
Zone. Finally, Terry McLaurin one-on-one with DJ Reed. Beats him. And Dwayne Haskins throws a good ball. Throw it to the outside.
Watch this move that Davis puts on the free safety. This is just a great move and a great piece of route running. Fakes like he's going across the field. Tannehill hits Corey Davis coming out of his break. And then there's that yak that we've been talking about.
When you're in week 15 and you've played the way he's played, he's not even.
Throws a touch pass in the corner. Look at Watkins right there. And the left foot is still down.
That's a touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
Jimmy Ward, number 20, right here in the middle. Lamb with an excellent catch, and Ward coming up. His helmet, as you see, it gets turned. And
first stride with
Noah Brown, the third-year receiver out of Ohio State.
Well, that's normally the spot that Gallup would be in. Brown only one catch on the day for 13 yards, and Witherspoon with excellent coverage.
One of Dwayne Haskins' poor decisions. He was rolling out of the pocket, could have easily just thrown it away or gotten a few yards. Instead, throws it into coverage.
Great play fake by Mullins to get that middle of the defense to bite up, and then coming off the fake, just getting a slant on the backside to Ayuk. Reed, it was just a little bit late. He waited until he was getting out of his cut. And if you're going to throw it that late, that ball traveled nearly 65 yards in the air. Heck of a throw by C.J. Beathard.
By Steven Nelson, going up high, pulling down on the arms, making sure T. Higgins can't bring it in.
Wow. You get the first down, you get the critical mistake by the Jets, you come back, you're trying to get it to your playmakers, right? Woods and Cup, got to get them going. Got to get them going. And that is incredible awareness for Hall. A guy that fell in the draft.
Maybe a little bit late with the throw by Jalen. Nice tight coverage by Pat P. Wasn't even ready at the snap. He just used that speed. Patrick Peterson is in your team.
He's going to do wonders for his confidence. Real nice slant route. Extend his hands. He doesn't know if he's going to get hit or not.
Going to see holding on that defense.
You know where my eyes at during the play. I'm watching the secondary.
And there it was.
They quick snap him, and Breeze looks off.
And he looks, see there, he kind of a little bit of a soft press technique. And you see then he stabs him before he gets to past 5 yards. Mirrors Deontay coming out of the break and almost coming up with the interception.
And this obviously being one of the most costly in the red zone, you gotta be sure. And you can't force it. He hasn't forced many.
We've done enough of these games this year, okay?
What a catch. Just running the basic over route right here. Gets the ball hit, just stay on it. Keep your eyes on.
Double move on Cam Sutton. It's a little slant and go, and Higgins, he had him beat, and the ball again from Ryan Fitz.
Out, actually. Boom, goes inside, makes a slant. And then just a good
Most yards in the history of the NFL. Throws a perfect ball to Humphrey over the
conversation afterwards. It looked to me like Njoku was wide open right in front of him. He's been taken over in the slot position. Tate is so good on these 50-50 balls, and you can almost count on the fact that
it looked like he only got 1 foot in. Great play by Murphy Jr. Not looking and just pushing him out of bounds.
Well, they haven't taken these shots down the field. James Washington's their deep threat. He beats Phillips, but this ball is underthrown
on the quarterback. And then Steve Nelson reading this route perfect.
No longer just a feel-good story, but a guy who's really starting to make his mark in the National Football League. Keelan Cole, we saw him.
You've got an interception already in this game, and you make a great play in tight coverage. Just be smart. That Ben Roethlisberger is never going to give up on a game. And at the halftime, they went in.
Did everything but tackle Patrick Peterson right there. He definitely has a point right there. Great play, great coverage by Pat P.
Look at that. Look how quick this young man is. This is what Mike Tomlin's talking about. He's got special route running ability.
Tight plays. You can see the hand fighting there. Nice job by Conley. But once again, Marlon Humphrey right in position to kind of make a play. Tight coverage.
Yeah, great coverage from the Bengals in the end zone. Nowhere to go with that ball. They gave up some yards on the ground and the air.
Here, contesting catch situation. Defensive backs on your back, pulling at your jersey. You see they're trying to get the big shot to Chase Claypool. Darius Phillips.
On the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and you're just going to see that same coverage you saw the last time down in the red zone. Quarterback breaks contained. Troy Hill.